Today we look at another key to success, number 28. Staying true to yourself. Listen up and remember why you started your goal and your journey. Determine if you want to do it the right way and promise yourself that you will stay on the up and do it legit. Welcome to the Rodney podcast. Well, we are on key 28. In my 28 days of keys to success, we have made it. And so I kind of want to start this podcast just kind of reflecting on why did I start doing podcasts? Why did I start doing YouTube? What is my goal? And why is it what it is? And for those of you who have listened to enough of these, you may have caught that my goal is to inspire people. And I do have a number for that. That's 10 million. And then from there, when I hit that, I'll do more. Then like I always say, if you heard that and you said, there's no way you'll get that. Well, you know what? I will reach more than you. Plus, it's kind of easy with media, in my opinion. I mean, not easy as far as like you can just start right away and you'll get that much. But I think over time, if you count downloads, people who you ran across in media, it's not as hard as you think. I'm sorry, not impossible as you think. It's hard, but not impossible. There we go. So early on in my life, I thought I can motivate, coach, mentor, inspire, etc., whatever you want to say. And it started with a job when I started managing. And I realized really quick that I was gifted with certain things. And it's not a bragging thing. It's just the way I was made. And I just wanted to follow that. So for me, a natural course was, well, maybe not a natural one, but a calling I had was ministry. I was at a summer camp one time and I felt that God was saying, Rodney, you're going to go to ministry. So I said, okay. And so now that I'm in this part of my life, after doing ministry for so long, I can kind of do what I need to do and be fulfilled, meaning I can do what I'm made to do and I can do what I love and I'm happy about it. From my real estate brokerage, Trinity Real Estate, trinitycal.com, trinitycal.com, from my position as a youth director currently, and also from doing podcasts and YouTube and influences on other social media. Love it. Right? And I need to remember this goal I had in order to stay on track, to kind of stay and remember why I did it. And I did it basically because I believe in, you can call it the golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated. I take it from probably a more religious perspective of love others, love your neighbor, love God, love others. And if you love God, you're going to love your neighbor. And so that's where I take it from. And so it's easy to fall off the path, right? It's easy to do things right and start out the right way, but then to get distracted, get off to the side, do things you shouldn't do. But you have to remember to stay true to yourself. And I have to remember to stay true to myself. Thanks for joining me. I hope you listen to all 28 days. They're all pretty much short. There's a couple over 10 minutes, but mostly they're 10 minutes and under. And welcome to the Rodney podcast.
I just listened to your podcast and I gotta say there's so much drive and energy. I want to say that I believe that you will make an impact on 10 million people. I believe that you got this 100%.
Okay, today's podcast is being recorded in February of 2019 and is part of a daily month-long series titled Keys to Success. And today's key is all about staying true to yourself. And I want to start by asking, have you ever seen someone who was, small, non-muscular? But they were a motivated person. And they decided one day they would hit the gym. And then maybe you follow up 1 year later and you can see that they stayed to their commitment. You can see their improvement. And it seems like their hard work is all paying off. But then maybe you look forward and fast forward maybe 6 to 8 months after they, from that point on, and they really seem to really bulk up, right? Not just bulk, but man, they look like, they were just, chiseled, like they were a statue that was made. And you can't believe how much they improved. But you ask yourself this, I wonder if they took shortcuts. Do they take something to enhance and improve themselves? And in the fitness industry, I hear people all the time that take steroids or some other form of it or a form of steroids, and they often sometimes admit it. And the reason why they do it is they want to compete with the big boys, right? They want to compete with the people who have probably been doing it for a long time, and they don't care about the stigma it may have or what people think. And that's the wrong application of not caring what people think. My question is, wonder if they started out that way? Or did they see other people rise to fame and said, you know what? I'm just going to take me forever to catch up to them if I ever do, because look at them. So they decided to change their approach and go down a route like everybody else. Is it hard to compete with those people who use it and succeed? I mean, after all, it's all about just the appearance, right? So is it worth it? I know a lot of people who say yes. Moving on to football and the NFL, we hear about people all the time who get suspended for using PEDs, that's performance enhancing drugs, right? They use them all the time. And then they get suspended. And so why do they do these PEDs to get suspended? I mean, they know they're going to be tested. They know there's testing that goes around. And I know that not all of them are caught, right? You have a chance that you may get off, but it's a big risk because there's lots of money to lose, a lot of money. Switching to business, there are people who set out to build their brand, right? Or to build their company and to build their business. And they start off with the right principles and doing it the right way. Then sometimes along the way, they either get distracted or greedy or impatient, and they start doing things that may be questionable, things that are shady, things that are immoral. And you ask, why would they do this? Well, they want to build a business up quick. They want to be successful. And they feel like, you know what, I need to just do something now to jumpstart it and get a head start. I know people who are dishonest about their product they push. Or, okay, maybe not dishonest in the fact of straight out lie, but they kind of deceive a little bit, right? They don't tell the full truth. They don't give all the details. If it's not going well for them and if they use it, then they don't really say how bad it is. They just want you to go and use it too, because they push it for their own gain rather than pushing it because they truly believe in it and they believe it will serve you well. Now, if they did believe in it and they believe it will serve you well, then so be it. But I know a lot of people who are in things to where they push because they want their own gain and don't care if they have a little bit of deceit in it. I think a lot of us sometimes we forget to follow the golden rule, right? Treat others the way you want to be treated. It seems like we sometimes follow that rule, treat others the way to make you the most successful, right? Instead of treat others the way you want to be treated. Treat others the way that will make you the most, that will gain you the most. The problem with that is we lose a part of ourselves. We lose a part of our humanity. And the gains we get are short-term, and they won't last. You see, the truth is this. People who are successful for the long term stay true to who they are and to what they set out to do with no compromise. They don't compromise on their morals. They don't compromise on doing the right thing. They stay true to themselves. They don't change. Technology, social media, fast food, processed food, on demand, all those things, there's more. It's kind of taught us to get everything now. I said this before. So we lose patience and we look to get results instantly. You see, for the people who do that and see that it works, the ones that took shortcuts and they're living their life now and they're excited and they're happy because they're getting all these things, it's short term. Trust me, it's going to be short term. I mean, the person that's taking steroids or, a form of it or other substances, they'll soon get older and older. They'll need to shift as the industry moves on to someone younger. I mean, you can stay in the industry for a long time and be an influence for a very long time, trust me. But you may not get the attention that you were seeking earlier because you had to kind of shift. And they went to somebody younger. But then you have to live the rest of your life with these health conditions because of what you've done in the past. The athletes, NFL players that took the PEDs, the performance enhancing drugs, they'll soon be done playing. Do you know that the lifespan of an NFL player, the average, because there's so many of them, right, And they're not everybody's a quarterback or a receiver or somebody, but the average is 3 to 4 years. It's like 3.5. And so they play those 3 and 4 years, and then they have the rest of their life ahead of them. That's why most of them go broke, because they don't save everything. Instead of looking at it as I want to make a whole bunch of money real quick for the next couple of years, let me just save all of that and invest it so after I'm done, I can go get a business and sustain myself for the rest of my life. That's the way they got to think, but they don't. Here are some keys to follow to stay on the right path and to stay true to yourself. And here are some things you can do. Okay. First, you have to set out to do the right thing. If you're starting the process, if you're starting out doing something for a goal, even if you're in the process, you have to kind of stay true to who you are and say, am I going to do this the right way? And be committed to that. Determine what route you plan. Are you planned on going? And then see, are you still there? You still doing it the right way? And then if you're not, get back on course. And remember to keep on that course. Stay focused on that. And then last, make sure you're in it for the long run. Make sure you're in it for the marathon and not the sprint. Well, please feel free to dialogue with me. My YouTube channel, Rodney O, is there for you. And I do a weekly vlog, Rodney O Weekly. And the Rodney O Weekly shows that I am living what I speak. Please be sure to subscribe to that channel. The link is in the podcast description, or you can simply go to YouTube and search Rodney O Weekly. Remember this on this 28th Key to Success. I want to inspire, encourage, and motivate all of you as we navigate this journey that we call life. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one.